Donkey Kong is finally back. I've been playing Donkey Kong Bonanza for several hours now, about 5-ish hours, and I am really enjoying it, so I wanted to give my thoughts on the game so far. This game is truly something special. It's definitely on the same level of quality and polish as Mario Odyssey, and it has a lot of similarities with the other 3D Mario games, so I can definitely see why some of those comparisons are drawn for this game. But at the same time, it feels very fresh and original, and it also feels a lot different than a lot of 3D platformers I've played. Like, this is one of the most open and creative and free 3D platformers I have ever played. I feel like a lot of the time, even though you do have like a set objective to where you go, you can kind of break off of the beaten path and just go wherever you want. And it is just really fun. Like, there's a ton of little like side things you can do. There's always like a branching path or somewhere where you could go. I've spent so much time so far kind of going through those different like paths and just digging down. Like, I find one thing, like I find a golden banana in one place slash bananium gem, and then I find a fossil, then dig even deeper, find a challenge level, and it takes me just another 30 minutes to get back on track to what I need to do. It is incredible, and there is so much to do, and I can kind of see why some people could like sequence break past certain segments, because sometimes like when it shows like an exclamation mark to where you need to go, you don't always need to go there. Like, and sometimes it's just a suggestion, like you just like there's like a little event or like a character that you talk to. You don't even need to do some of that a lot of the time. It says like go to like one area. Sometimes you could just move on to the next area, or just like kind of bust through something to kind of move around to like the other area. And it is just incredible. I know Mario Odyssey kind of had that to some degree, and that is technically one of the similarities that it has, but I feel like, in a lot of ways, this game's exploration and kind of openness that it has, like the freedom that you have in the world, almost kind of blows Mario Odyssey out of the water. I would say, though, in terms of quality, these games are about equal. It hasn't quite surpassed Odyssey for me yet. I would say these games are kind of equal to me. Bonanza is easily becoming one of my favorite games of all time, but I would say it hasn't quite, like, outdone Odyssey yet. But then again, I am still only 5 hours, and I don't even think I'm halfway through the game yet, because I think the game is about, like, 15 hours long from what I've heard. Like, some people take 20 hours, some people take a little less, like 10 hours. So it is like a decent length. I would say that's pretty good for a 3D platformer, because there is a lot of extra content. Because I feel like it would probably take you like 30 to 40 hours to 100%, maybe even longer than that, because there is just so much to do in this game. Like, the worlds themselves are big, like a lot bigger than Mario Odyssey. I would say, like, probably at their biggest, they're about the size of, like, Bowser's Fury's world, I would say. I mean, that might be a bit of an exaggeration, but they are pretty big. Like, it took me quite a while to get through one of the worlds, because I remember, like, when I've, like, in my playthroughs of Mario Odyssey, I could, like, zip through some of the bigger kingdoms, like the Sand Kingdom, and, like a lot of the others, or New Donk City. It doesn't really take me that long to get through some of them, but in Bonanza, some of these layers could take me like a couple hours, and it's just amazing how many things you could do, and how much detail there is in each of these areas. And another thing that I love are the controls. There are so many things you can do. Like, just kind of digging through everything, it's just incredible. It's very satisfying to just kind of dig down and kind of bust into like a little cave or something, and just smashing through everything is just really satisfying. Even that simple thing alone. You could also just do a lot of other things, like you can clap, which kind of either collects objects or does like a little sonar so you can find different things. And the Bananza abilities are also really fun and satisfying as well, and they feel a lot more seamless than I thought they would. I was a bit worried that it would kind of feel like a nuisance to use, like, oh, I have to change into the Bananza now, I don't have enough gold for that. No, I've never really experienced that. Like, it feels like really seamless here with how it's implemented, and I really appreciate it. And they control really well too. Like, so far I've gotten the Kong Bananza and the Zebra Bananza, and they both work really well. And you also have the upgrades as well, which is basically what you use the Banandium gems for. And I really like that system here. I think it's not one of those things where it makes the game too easy when you use it, because I know sometimes, like when a platformer sneaks in a progression system, it's really just a way to make the game easier. But no, this just adds on to the game, and I feel like it makes it even more fun, because you can add on to your abilities to kind of smash through things and dig through things. It is just incredible. And also, I'd say, like, the combat is just really fun too. I know I was talking about the controls and different moves you can do, but like the combat kind of mixed in is just really satisfying. Like, you could pick up a chunk and kind of smash it into an enemy, or like you could throw something at an enemy, and switch into your like Bananza forms. It is just really fun. I will say though, the bosses are a bit easy. I mean, it might be because I'm still kind of early in the game, but you could just kind of jump into the Kong Bananza and just like spam punch the boss. Like, it is not hard. Like, it is not hard at all. They are creative though. I do appreciate the bosses, but I do wish they had like more health, I would say. I hope there's like some kind of hard mode or something that does add like more health. Honestly, I like the enemies in the game. I feel like the enemies are like the perfect difficulty, because they're a lot more difficult to encounter than like the 3D Mario games. You don't just like jump on them or smash through them, because they actually have like a lot of the enemies in the game have like stone armor that you have like I would say most of them do, where you have to smash through it and then smash the enemy. So it usually takes multiple hits to take out an enemy, and you are at risk of getting hit by these enemies sometimes. Like, I remember on like one of the layers, I think it was the hilltop, or no, it was the canyon layer, kind of towards the end of it with like the Mad Mixer boss, like right before that, there were these like enemies that had like a monkey skull and like had like this big stone monkey mask that like hopped around, and they did quite a lot of damage if they hit you. So the enemies are definitely a pretty good difficulty, I would say. Even though the bosses are fairly easy, I would say the difficulty of this game is definitely pretty good. There are some challenging parts, like the bonus areas. Maybe not the main missions are that challenging, but like a lot of the bonus areas and things that you choose to do or really want to do, because there's really an incentive to do it, because you can like upgrade everything. A lot of those side missions are fairly challenging, I would say. So that is definitely one thing that I appreciate. And I also appreciate like how creative this game is presentationally. Like, all of the different locales here are really cool. Like, I really like the freezer layer, which is kind of like a snow area where there's like a bunch of zebras, and it kind of has an ice cream theme there, which I think is pretty cute, and I really appreciate that. It definitely feels like it's building off of what Mario Odyssey did with its theming. So I really appreciate that. I really like the characters as well. The character designs are just amazing. They're kind of like a mixture of like Mario Odyssey's character designs with the rare Donkey Kong designs, because I feel like the Fractone characters, they remind me quite a lot of like Rare era designs. They kind of have like those like googly eyes, and like a funny little design. It definitely reminds me a lot of that. Like the same goes for like the elevators and like also a lot of the animal characters as well. It's kind of like a mixture of EPD Tokyo's designs and Rare's designs, and I really appreciate it. This game is just flowing with personality. It's just absolutely incredible, and it definitely has so much creative energy, and you could tell that there's a lot of passion put into this game. So I am just really enjoying Donkey Kong Bonanza so far, and these are some of the things that I've noticed from my 5-ish hours of gameplay. But anyways, let me know what you think of Donkey Kong Bonanza so far. And anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more, and make sure to check out my Discord server and Blue Sky if you want to. Stay perky!